Oh, hi everybody. Just an update on the flip after the crash I had yesterday. Managed to break 2 front props on each side, and excuse me a minute, and 3 of the spokes. Strangely enough, the ones above the props, not below. Now, two of the spokes were still in. I think one over here was still in, but pulled out of the outer shell down here, wherever it mounts. And these 2, well, one's gone missing, the other was pulled out and spun around. I don't know if they're replaceable. I've been on DJI's website, and the only replacement parts you can get are things like screws for the controller and the props. They don't seem to do the guards, so I assume that it would have to go back to DJI for repair. Now, also got the 2 broken bits of prop. I assume that a stick got in there when it crashed and churned everything up. I suppose the disadvantage with these props are that they're fixed. When you put the screw through, they fit onto a stub and they obviously press against something, so these blades are fixed. So anything gets in there, they're going to get snapped off. It landed. I've still left some of the dirt on. If you can see the dirt up there, front part of the sensor had mud on it, and also back here had mud. So there had mud on it. The front sensor had mud around here. The gimbal was okay. It had thrown the battery out, but I was in a bit of a frustrated mood when it first crashed, and I tried to fly it again where it had crashed, right next to a tree, and it took off and went upside down because 2 props were broken, one each side. So I didn't realise that at the time, so I went over, spent a bit of time. It is a bit fiddly getting these props on and off, but it can be done. I might actually have a look on DJI's website, see if there's a how-to in replacing the props properly. Anyway, it survived. It flew again afterwards. I only did a short flight just to test it. It was getting late anyway. I needed to get home. But I'll give it a clean up. All these pivots, I've had a good look at them this morning. I can't see any cracks or anything. No damage to the body shell. Around here, I assume there's some kind of pin or something in there that holds that in. Can't really see. It's a shame you can't replace these guards yourself, but there's a seam there. If you can see that, there's a seam there, and 2 screws there. So I assume that would unclip. Difficult to say. There may be a seam in there, unless that's a moulding. That may be a moulding mark. I don't know in there. But you think they would be available just to pop on and off yourself? Although that arm is a motor mount. Well, I was quite impressed when I got it back. When I picked it up, first thing I thought was any of that broken, but no, it's all rigid. I mean, it hit the ground hard enough for mud. I'm not sure how high it was, 4 or 5 feet, about 1.2, 1.4 meters. So it's crashed, That's the worst crust it's had. It's had little ones where it's got tangled up in something, but it tends to fall on soft ground. But where it landed was like a dirt path where people walk around. But yeah, it did okay. So I don't know what else to say, but I'll keep on flying it. I don't think it's worth sending it back to DJI just for a couple of spokes. I've ordered new props because I've only got 2 left now, 1 of each side. They're £9 a set. I ordered 2 sets just in case, because you know what I'm like. But I might try and fit a couple of these back in. I've done this on a white towel, but I don't know if they'll push in. I'll have to fumble with it sometime. Oh no, that one's split or something. So is this metal? Is this? I don't know if I've got a magnet anywhere. It bends, but there might be carbon or something. In which case, a magnet would be no good. I've got a magnet. Magnets. A magnet. Nope, they're not magnetic. They might actually be like a carbon fibre. Who knows, but... Is it that one there? Yeah. Don't know how well you can see that. That one's split. Anyway. So there you go. It lived. It will fly. I'll give it a wipe over. Also need with the Neo, I know it's a lot of... I've got these Gemfan blades in, but before that even, it does draw a lot of dirt up through, and in places round, like here, it's very dirty. But I do like the props, these Gemfan props. They are nicer on the ear. I wonder if anybody ever will bring out quieter props for the Flip. But there's only 2 attachments points, so getting a bigger set of props in there would be an awkward proposition, because you'd have to take this guard off. And it might pop off. There's definitely a seam. Oops. Definitely a seam around there. But as far as I can see, there's nothing available at the moment. I assume though, because the motor's mounted onto there, so the motor's mounted onto there, to that upper part. It could be, I'm not sure how you would actually go around replacing that. Under all those screws and let it fall apart. Okay, thanks for watching, bye bye.